Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in today. I want to share with you a couple things that I'm currently working on or maybe dealing with. When I say dealing with, I don't mean for short term, I mean like I've been dealing with them for a while. And how I'm overcoming some of those things and what that looks like. I want to start kind of with this premise of failure and what failure means to each of us. There's this social media kind of idea that everybody kind of gets, which is failure is not the end all be all. Everyone has to fail a lot in order to succeed or to be successful. Just kind of there's a lot of hype about that. There's a lot of talk about it. We see celebrities talking about how much they've had to fail to get where they are. Just different things like that. It's just kind of this popular thing. And as I think about it, everybody's talking about it, but how many people are really living it? How many people are going out there and exercising that ability to fail? And I know this is something I've really struggled with. And there's a couple of things, notes I've written down that I'm going to share with you. One of them is when it comes to failure, you really have to break your attachment to not looking foolish. We all, for whatever reason, our egos or just whatever it is, we're attached to this idea that we're going to look foolish. There's just we get this whole thing in our head that stops us from taking action or doing what we know we need to do because we're wrapped up around this idea that we're not going to look as good as what we want to look, whatever that means. And that's quite really the truth. What does that really mean? Why are we so attached to what other people think? And one of my mentors says it this way: don't worry about what other people think. Most of them don't anyway. There's a little bit of tongue-in-cheek in there, but I think you understand what I'm talking about. Everybody that you meet is carrying their own baggage. They're carrying their own problems. They're carrying their own stuff within them. They are not wasting a breath thinking about you. So why do you spend so much time thinking about what they might be thinking about you and whether you're going to look foolish? Go try. What's the worst that could happen? You have to remember that not a single thing that we do, you or I do, can change whatever somebody else thinks or how they perceive you. You can get everything right, and somebody's going to tell you how you did it wrong. Or you can get everything wrong, and people are going to tell you what a great job you did, or how you added value to them, or changed their life. You can get it all wrong, or you can get it all right, but guaranteed it's going to be the opposite. Your peers, your social circle, your outside people that are looking out or outside looking in, they're always going to tell you how you, whatever. And you can't change any of that. And you also need to remember to be gentle and give yourself some grace. That's really, really hard, difficult for me. I am notorious for beating myself up. If something doesn't go right, I analyze what went wrong, try to figure it out, and I carry that burden. In an unhealthy way. There's a healthy way to reflect and to kind of look at what happened and say, okay, let's not make the same mistake twice. Okay, we don't want to do what Einstein termed as insanity, which is doing the same thing the same way and expecting a different result. We don't want to do that. However, we don't want to get bogged down the minutia of things that went just a little bit wrong and we had a failure. We want to enjoy and embrace that failure because we know that that failure is going to lead to our next success. And we know that the bigger the failure, the bigger that future success. So these are good things. So you want to give yourself some grace on that success journey. You want to, since we're all leaders here, we want to give that grace to others as well on their journey. Like I said, remember, failures are a necessary part of that success journey. And I can't tell you that I have this warm embrace and deep desire to have failure in my life. I've lived my life, I've actually constructed it in such a way so that I can avoid as much failure as possible. And while you say, well, maybe that's normal, no, I don't think what I've done is normal. I will test the bounds and the boundaries of things just to the point of where it's quite uncomfortable, but I don't have to go that extra step and fail. And that's really limited my learning. I have my one significant failure in my life is my divorce. Been divorced, and when I reflect back on that, there was good reasons for everything. However, there was a lot of things that if I would have done them maybe a little bit differently, things might have turned out a little bit different. So but that's been a healthy reflection for me. As I move forward, I've not made those same mistakes again. So that's the one big significant failure I've had in my life, and I've learned and I've grown through that. However, most of the other stuff that I experience is very little because I have not been willing to put myself out there and chase after that dream that I truly desire. And this is something that I desperately want for you. My desire, my deepest desire, is to add value to you and to empower you to achieve whatever it is that you want to do. Don't wait. Start today. Start tomorrow at the latest. But work towards that thing you deeply desire. If you don't know what that desire is, start working on identifying what it is that you want to do. You only get one life. You get one life to live. You need to live it to the fullest. As most of you know, I am a person of faith. And I don't want you to misunderstand. Where I'm going, the direction I'm going, the things that I am endeavoring to do in my life, they are God-centered and God-focused. That can be a part. God should be the center of your hopes, your dreams, and your goals. Keep your eye on that ball, and the rest of it will come. I hope that this has added a little bit of value to you. If so, you can always let me know in the comments here, or you can reach out to me on my social media platforms as well. If you'd like to take a little bit deeper dive into some of this and really work on some of these things, there's a lot that I could do to really help you out. So reach out to me at joe@joeleeconnections.com, and I'll take that deeper dive with you, and we will grow and stretch together. How's that sound? All right, until next time, God bless.